Last session, the Democrats made a mockery of impeachment, and we cannot allow them to become our teachers. Shrill voices should be kept far from this inquiry, lest they undermine its legitimacy and credibility. Congress has an obligation to approach serious accusations seriously. Democrats would have us simply turn a blind eye to mounting evidence of a family influence peddling scheme that implicates the president. This we cannot do. We owe it to the country to get to the bottom of these allegations, and that requires the House to objectively invoke its full investigatory powers, respect the due process rights of all involved, and lay all of the facts before the American people.
The Republicans have already spent 12 months on this exact investigation. They have obtained more than 100,000 documents, pages of documents, and dozens of hours of witness testimony. But there is simply not a shred of evidence proving any wrongdoing by President Biden related to his son or otherwise. Whatever complaints that my colleagues on the other side of the aisle have about how the Department of Justice investigated a private citizen, Hunter Biden, you should ask Donald Trump and Bill Barr, who were in power at the time that this investigation was going on. So because there's no evidence, now we're going to move the goalposts, claiming an impeachment inquiry is necessary to gather more evidence. But Chairman Comer himself said earlier this year that he had received 100% compliance from the administration. And they can only cite to two low-level career officials at the Department of Justice who have not testified, even though their supervisors have. Just this morning, Hunter Biden showed up to the Capitol ready to provide evidence. The Republicans refused to take his testimony. So how can you sit there saying you need more evidence when you prevent the central witness in the investigation from giving you evidence? What are you afraid of? I yield back.
The MAGA majority is putting forward an impeachment inquiry even as their own leaders admit there's no evidence of wrongdoing. They've already reviewed tens of thousands of documents, interviewed dozens of witnesses, and nothing. Why? Because this has never been about the truth. This is about avenging Donald Trump. This is about undermining our democracy and influencing the 2024 election. President Ford once said, "Truth is the glue that holds government together." Mr. Speaker, it's truth that allows this chamber to function. Abandoning truth in favor of political gamesmanship creates nothing but chaos. That dysfunction isn't a byproduct of the majority's behavior, it's the point. They don't want government to function. They've sought nothing in service of the American people. Nothing to lower costs, nothing to create good-paying jobs, to grow the middle class, to make everyday people feel more secure. What has the majority delivered? The kind of extremism that chooses rich tax cheats over working people, that obstructs the ballot box and hikes the cost of health care, that protects guns over kids, that bans abortion and criminalizes doctors, that rewards polluters and corporate greed and tells everyday Americans, you foot the bill. This sham impeachment is below the dignity of the People's House. It is an affront to the people who sent us here to work for them. What a disgrace. I yield back.